Mike Moore Media.
I'm talking with Steve Scott, president of Tri-Statesteel in Reidsville. We certainly want to talk about the new retail store that will be opening soon. But Steve, hey, good morning. How are you?
I'm great, Mike. Thanks so much for having me back on Mike Moore Media. Really enjoyed our conversation the last time, and certainly have had a number of people in the community tell me conversation as well, so that was exciting.
Well, it's good to talk with you again as well. Yeah, we'll get to the new retail store. The excitement is building there, but good things happening this week too. Another phase there at your wholesale division on Tamco Road. So bring us up to date on that, Steve.
Sure, Mike. Appreciate you bringing that up, by the way, because a lot of what's going on over there is being overshadowed by the excitement of the retail store. But the reality is that's our bread and butter, and the success of that is what's driving the retail store per se. So I appreciate you asking. The wholesale division has doubled in size. We took our certificate of occupancy earlier, I guess late January, and now that it's mid-February already, time flies. But tomorrow and Thursday, we will have our state-of-the-art racking system installed in the new warehouse, and that will allow us to start bringing in inventory again to the levels that we've never experienced before. We have been diminished in our ability to inventory material since construction started back around Thanksgiving, and for us to get back to normal operating levels is exciting, but to realize that we're going to be able to double our previous inventory as we build it over the next few months is it's really exciting, Mike. I'm not going to lie to you. It's very exciting for us, and we're pretty antsy about getting to the finish line here.
Sure, I know you are. Well, that's a pretty big statement when you say, because you had a big facility there to start with, and now doubling that, so just meeting the needs, the demand that's out there.
Yeah, we've had a strong start to the beginning of the year. There's a lot of talk nationally about slowing down the economy, but Mike, Southwest Virginia and the Carolina core, which is the area between Mount Airy and Roxborough down to Fayetteville, the area that's pinched between Charlotte Metro and Raleigh Metro, it's exploding. And we are in the heart of that, and we are a big part of the infrastructure supply chain for the Carolina core in Southwest Virginia, and we're very busy, and we're very blessed to be so, and thankful for that. But there's no slowing that down. Day after day after day, you hear another announcement about this company coming to the Carolina core or this company coming to Southwest Virginia, and it's very exciting. As a matter of fact, we just completed an order for the new casino in Danville. So for one of the construction companies up there doing part of the temporary work. So every time we turn around, there's something new and exciting happening, and we're getting to be a part of the foundation for that.
Oh, well, metal matters, and I'm so glad that Tri-Statesteel is a big part of that growth in that core area you're talking about. When you're talking about your area that you serve, for those that may not know, I think we covered this last time, but go over that again. You're not just right here in Rockingham County. Your retail store will be primarily for county residents, I imagine, but what area do you cover, Steve?
Well, we really hope that the retail store will draw people from Alamance County, Northern Guilford, Forsyth, Stokes, Rockingham, Person, and then the border counties in Virginia. Kind of a 45-minute area from us is what we anticipate the retail store drawing to. Mm-hmm. Our wholesale division, Mike, delivers from Bristol, Virginia to the D.C. metro area down to Greenville, South Carolina, and southern North Carolina. We go to Fayetteville pretty much every day, the Charlotte metro area, into the mountains. So What was once a very tight radius of about 60 miles back in the day has become an enormous radius for us in delivery. We're really proud of that. We didn't necessarily expect it. We certainly didn't chase it. It has come to us, and what we're told is that metal matters, as you and I discussed, but boy, does service matter. And we are a company that sells service. We are a service-based company, and we are here to serve and treat people like humans, and they want to be treated like humans, and we answer the phone when they call. You know, that really does matter to people.
Sure.
And so I'm very, very, very proud of the people who work at Tri-State-Steel. I'm very proud of our sales team that is top rate and works incredibly hard at making sure our customers are satisfied and get what they need. And then, 24 hours a day, we have an operations team that's busting their backs trying to get everything out the door as quickly, efficiently, and properly as they can. So we have good people, and good people draw interest, and that's what's happened for us, and feel very fortunate about that.
Well, I didn't know until you and I recently met that you are a 24-hour-a-day operation there, and those trucks, you've got a dozen trucks. They're out there on the roads, highways every day. But let's go back, talk a little bit more about your people, that Tri-State-Steel team, because you have a good team in place, great staff, and you're adding to that, aren't you?
We are. We need another driver. We need another person in our warehouse operations. Brittany Crisco is fantastic running our sales operations, and she is always looking for high-quality members of her team. We never want that pipeline to be dry. We always want there to be water in the pipeline for the next person who's going to join our team. And as we, of course, grow the retail facility, we're going to have to staff it with the appropriate people too. And we feel like we have made progress in that area, but there still will be job opportunities to come that need to be filled.
Yeah. Okay. All righty. Let's get right to that new retail store that covers a large area from what you're telling me there, because I guess really nothing like that is available anywhere else in the area, but it will be when you open next month. So tell us about that new retail store, 2513 Richardson Drive in Reidsville. What's that all about, Steve?
Well, Mike, what we have learned over the years is that we've gotten away from serving the folks who need just a piece of this or a part of a piece of this or that. They want to be able to touch the material. They have an idea in their brain what they want, but maybe they need to see it to make sure. I need to fix my utility trailer. I think I want this, but if I could just touch it, if I could just see it, and if you could just cut me 6 feet of that, I could finish this project, and it would save me a ton of money. Well, we've become so busy on Tamco Road that we really just can't stop our operations to satisfy that customer. And that's just not acceptable to me. So to answer the call for that need, the opportunity came available to acquire the facility at 2513 Richardson Drive, and we jumped on it, and we are working hard to make it a grocery store for metal. The place where you can come get that piece that, my barbecue grill rusted out, and I need a new grill top. Well, we've got that. We've got the expanded metal here for you. I'm working on a new railing for my deck. I just need one piece of tubing to do this railing. Not a problem. Come get it. We'll cut it for you. Really, anything that the hobbyist could use, the race car, backyard race car guy could use, and quite frankly, we see that the construction industry is going to need this. they might be putting up one post in a job. Well, they don't need to buy 20 feet of 4-inch square tubing quarter wall. They only need 8 feet of it with a base plate put on it. Well, we will provide that for you. Mm-hmm. And you don't have to bring a big utility trailer to haul off 20 feet and figure out a way to cut it and how you're going to do all that. We'll just be here doing it for you. And our goal is to make this the most convenient, most pleasant, friendliest experience you could ever have buying metal. One of the young ladies in our sales team said the other day when she was over here visiting, she's like, what we need to make this like? We need to make this the Chick-fil-A of metal sales.
Okay.
It's our pleasure. And I laughed at that just like you just did, and I thought, you know what, Kimmy, you're a genius. This is exactly what it needs to be. We need to have the "it's our pleasure to serve you" attitude about metal sales, and we're going to do that. And we think that we think people are going to love it. We think it's going to be fun. We think they're going to enjoy the freedom that it gives them and the creativity opportunity it gives them, and our hope is to make it a place that everybody just wants to come and visit and get what they need.
Well, I think from day one, from what I have observed with Tri-State Steel, it is your pleasure to serve the customer. That customer service is so vitally important that you don't get in a lot of places these days, unfortunately. But I love what you say. I like the Chick-fil-A there, but I like what you say about a grocery store for metal. I like thinking of it a superstore for metal because, it's going to have everything we need right there. And that's so exciting to have that addition. Now, tell us, when do you hope to be open?
We are planning to have a grand opening on Saturday, March the 25th from 10 till 2. We hope to have some live music and some food trucks and generally just have a party and let people come in, talk about it. What we really hope on that day, Mike, is for feedback, for people to say, yeah, this is pretty cool. Have you thought about carrying this? Have you thought about, hey, I'm going to need this kind of thing? Because the reality is this isn't a store for us at Tri-State Steel. This is a store for all of you out there in Rockingham County and the surrounding counties to say, hey, I am going to want to be able to access this, and I've never been able to access it before. Mm-hmm. Let us know that. We're here to serve you, as we just talked about. And so really what we're hoping for on that grand opening day is for people to tell us, this is awesome, but could you bring this over too? And sure, we absolutely will. Yeah. Because we don't want this to be Tri-State Steel's place. We want this to be the community's place. And that's what we're after, and that's the kind of feedback that we're hoping for on March the 25th. And then we'll be open and making adjustments as we go to make sure that we have what the community needs and can offer it to them right on the spot.
Customers always come first at Tri-State Steel, and I know it's extremely busy there. It always is. So thank you, Steve, for carving out a little bit of time to talk with us. I appreciate the update and wish you continued success, and we'll talk again soon.
Sounds great, Mike. We really appreciate Mike Moore Media and everything you do for our community.
Well, we appreciate your community service in so many ways and what you're doing there for all of us at Tri-State Steel. And we'll talk later. Thank you, Steve.
Okay, take care, Mike.
Okay, bye. That's Steve Scott. He is president of Tri-State Steel. That retail store will be opening, as he said, Saturday, March 25th. 10 to 2, going to be a big day to celebrate that. The wholesale division there on Tamco Road for those bigger jobs. Now, if you need more information, you can go to their website, tri-statesteel.com, and they're really great to update that Facebook page all through the day so you can get updates on all kinds of things going on there. Tri-State Steel in Reidsville, distributing quality metals and exceptional service since 1988.